Hello and good morning, everybody. It's really nice to be here for you today. I truly appreciate anyone who is watching right now. Um, I, re- I don't know how to let you know how much I really mean that, so I just have to say it. Um, I have a few things I want to say this morning, um, especially in regard to some comments I've had. I have talked to one person, and I've noticed myself that we're turning over a lot of the same cards. And I want to address that because I want you to know that if you keep getting the same card over and over again, then Spirit wants you to know that's exactly what you need to be working on. And sometimes and often, as we know in life, it takes more than a day. And since this is a daily reading, I would find it, um, I find it pretty normal for some of you to be seeing some of the same cards over and over again. I want you to also know that if something does not resonate with you on that day, that's okay. It's a you can think on it and keep what you want. Um, it may resonate with you later that day. It may we just don't know. This is an early morning meditation. Well, I say early and then it doesn't really get posted till 9, but I will tell you right now it's 7:35 a.m. and I have been up a half an hour because I do smudge before I do these. I pray and I smudge and I prepare myself and I prepare um, my area here to be clean and pure. And as I'm talking, I'm seeing some some ash here on the table from smudging. Um, I remember the first time I smelled sage. Anyway, that's another story. Okay, well, I guess we're gonna move on to our morning reading. And before I do that, I'll go ahead and comment again on. I bet you can hear that car that just started up outside. That's okay. Um, that the cards are a guide, and you have other guides with you. You have spirit guides. We all do, whether we believe in them or not. There, we are as humans. We are very social, and as we move on through other dimensions and lives and experiences, we can and do reach back and help others that we've left behind. I believe this. And you don't have to. Just remember that you are the master of your own destiny, except when you're not. And that's when you need to let go and let God, aka erase ego. So, the reading that I did part of yesterday, I must apologize if you find that, well, I'm not going to apologize. I'm just going to go ahead and read the whole thing today because I think it just really all goes together. It's one chapter of the Illuminata, A Return to Prayer by Marianne Williamson, but I did paraphrase it quite a bit. Um, and it's on falling in love and romantic love. And the beginning part that I read yesterday, when I first read that, I really didn't agree with it because I went to college and I studied literature and I studied philosophy and I studied psychology and um, I know what romantic love is supposed to be in that world. It's different in Marianne Williamson's world. And at first I didn't agree with her, this first paragraph that I read yesterday. But let me finish the whole thing. I'm going to start from the beginning. From an illuminated perspective, falling in love is an effort to retrieve paradise, that dimension of bliss where no one is blamed for anything and everyone is fully appreciated for who they are. When we fall in love, we drop, for however brief of time, our tendency to judge. We suspend our disbelief and we eschew our faithlessness in another human being. Falling in love is not an illusion as much as falling out of love is a fall from grace. What we see when we fall in love is not an illusion, but truth. We want to fall in love because we want so much to return to God. Of course, we want to escape this darkened world. We want desperately to go home to a place where all of us can see how beautiful, we are. As our minds are illuminated, we become better at romance because we become better at being human. We become better at forgiveness and support and love. The purpose of romantic love is to jumpstart our enlightenment. Now you know why I didn't want to read it all at once, because I do get teary. I do. I feel feelings really strongly. So, I really like that passage. I have not read the whole book. I will be. And as I see fit, I may read other parts to you. But now here we are, at your timestamp, hopefully. We're ready to look at the cards. But first I need to introduce the stones. Here is... Oh gosh, I feel terrible. I never did get the name of this, but it does really look a lot like like it's got malachite in it. It's not really malachite. Anyway, malachite's green. It's one of my favorites. This is selenite, though. Honey citrine. Howlite. I'm going to turn over. If this is the stone that you picked, then we're going to turn over your card right now. And we have the Queen of Pentacles, which is one of the cards we've been seeing a lot of. And there she is. The Queen of Pentacles is a very practical woman. She is definitely feminine, and she often symbolizes a mother figure. Pentacles are about your money things, but it's also about human things. And since we read about being a better human, let's focus on that part and that aspect of her. She is someone that has a great soul. She's very generous. She's intuitive. She likes a party. And she's philanthropic. She likes to give. She has a lot to give. I guess that's what greatness of soul means. Now, so if you get this card today, I want you to think about who this person might be in your life. This person may be you, yourself. Either way, what I want you to focus on is if it's you, your practical side, your generous side. Consider yourself a queen today. Go ahead and claim that aspect of yourself and rule with kindness. If this was someone in your life, consider her a queen today and treat her as such, and be generous with her as she has been generous with you. She's actually my favorite queen. I should say that. There might be. Anyway, let's move on. Here's your selenite, I like to say. The Greeks like to pronounce their vowels. Here we go. We're going to turn over your selenite card. Oh, this is another card that has been coming up fairly often. It is the Six of Swords. And basically there's some often conflict when you have swords, I hear my cat tearing up a bag back there. I'm sorry, I'm going to post this video even though it's got all the sound problems going on. Um, there's a decision to be made. Maybe it's something you've been thinking about for quite a while. Maybe this card came up for you in the past and said this is something that needs to happen. You might need to take a trip. Maybe it's a travel over water, but usually with the swords, it's subconscious, and water is often reflects our inner selves, our subconscious selves. Um, Either way, it's a journey, whether it's a journey of the heart or a journey of the soul or a journey in reality here right now. It's a transition, let's call it instead. But there's all those little troubles in the water. That's what I call those swords. Um, so if you've gotten this sword today, I want you to take some time and think about what kind of decisions you're making about your personal growth. Um, and also, I want you to consider to try to balance out some of the little troubles that you're having. See if you can um, maybe put them on a scale. Think about them. It's definitely something that's come up before, so it makes me feel like this is just something that's going to take a while to solve or to get in a place where you're at peace with it. Whatever it is, whatever conflict or journey or transition you're going through. I've been considering doing a graduation reading. We have a lot of people out there that are not able to do the ceremonies that we're used to doing in our society when they graduate and other things. I mean, coming of age is a very important event in our lives, becoming an adult, and graduation has often been the only ceremony that we have to commend that in our society. If you're Jewish, that's not the case. If you're Hispanic, you have quinceañera, and there's, you know, but in this Texas American culture, we don't always have that. So I'm really considering, with the Six of Swords, I want you to consider to have some kind of a ritual or some kind of a something to commemorate when you come out on the other side. That's what I'm trying to say. Mm. It's a good thing I have called this. Oh, I didn't introduce myself. I'm Olivia with Tarot. You know who I am. I'm Olivia. Nice to see you again. Okay, we're going to turn over. If you chose the Honey Citrine, we're turning over your card now. I'm showing this tone up close late. And look, we have another queen. Oh, look, and she matches her stone. How beautiful she is. She's also jealous. So let's hope she didn't hear what I said earlier about the other queen. This queen, the Queen of Rods, is also known as the Queen of Wands. She has her tools that she works with that extend her power. She is a warm, practical person. Yes, Queen of Pentacles is also practical. The Queen of Rods is fiery, as you can see by her hair. She's also a Leo, most often. Again, I want you to take this card. She may be you, and she may be someone that you know. But whoever she is, she does need to claim her queenhood today and use her power. Use her power for good. And if she is someone in your life, treat her like a queen. You're a queen. And be careful. I already said she gets a little jealous sometimes. She's adorable. She's extremely loving. She has a little bit of a temper. If she is you, you might want to watch that today and just be your graceful self. If she is someone that you know and love and she gets a little quarrelsome, go with it. You know how she is. Give that woman in your life some extra love and care, whether she be you or someone that you know and love. So we have two different kinds of queens today on the spread here, which I think is just lovely and a little bit scary. Not really. There's nothing you should ever be scared of when we're looking at the cards. There, it's not about fear. It's about love. It is about talking about some hard things sometimes and some things that are scary. But I do this in order to help us see better so that we can be calm. And if you pick the Howlite, I'm going to turn over your card now. Thanks for being here again. I know I keep saying that, but I'm just real excited to be able to connect with each of you this way. Some of you, I get to see you in real life and talk to you in person after the readings, and it's really nice to be able to have that as well. And your card is the Lone Man. You can see, oftentimes he's called the Hanged Man, which one of my guests asked the other day, does he ever come with a noose? No, I don't believe so. He is not up there against his will. He is not. When I see this card, you know what I often think of as meditation. It's a card of setting aside everything and waiting, or suspension of what's going on around you. And we have this moth here, in right there. We have a moth. That speaks to me of, well, guardian angels, but not just a guardian angel, someone that you possibly know, someone who's passed before you. He is suspended over water. There are mountains in the background. There's a crow. There's one crow. Crows are very intelligent and ancient creatures. They also have to do with the other side as well. But basically, if you have this card, what I want you to do is I want you to take today, at least today, take some time. You may be at a crossroads. Don't make a decision yet. This is not like with this card right here, the Swords card. That's a card where you might want to make a decision. In this case right here, this is don't. Just sit on it for a minute. Think about it. Look at it from a different point of view. Be purposeful about your actions today, but try not to have too many actions. Just be, if you can. Try to stay calm. If you have come to a decision, reconsider it just for a minute to see how it feels. That's your card, the Lone Man. It's a good card. I really like to talk about meditation when I see that card. I know a lot of people have trouble with meditation for various reasons. So find a way, define meditation very loosely, and find a way, prayer beads. I've often mentioned, I don't want to sound like a broken record, but it's true. Running and walking meditations are really good meditations. Sitting still and listening to music, usually it helps me to listen without lyrics so that I can have thoughts come into my head and pass without them staying, with lyrics. I'm usually following along with the lyrics. Lots of ways to meditate. Wonder if there's an eating meditation. I bet there is. I'm going to try to find that one. Anyway, it seems that we've come to the end. If you think you might want some kind of a graduation reading or some kind of a reading to help propel you into your next phase of life as you grow spiritually and physically, let me know in the comments. Some of you let me know in person with phone calls. I like that too. I hope y'all have a wonderful day. This looks like a really nice reading with two queens, the lone man, and the Six of Swords. The Six of Swords is really not a bad card. Yeah. So have a good day. And it was really nice spending time with you like this. Thank you so much. Oh, I am taking readings right now, private readings for clients. You can check out my website, which I'll put the link below, and you can book through there, or you can call me on the phone. My phone number that you can reach me at is on my website. Thank you very much, and I'll see you tomorrow.